My grandfather was born in the north side of Korea, but he was not North Korean. And before you comment down anything, let me explain. This is Ginny's dad's restaurant where I show you unique recipes, and today we're making North Korean kimchi called gajamishike, which translates to spicy fermented flounder. But let me give you a really quick timeline of Korea. So did you guys know that Korea was once one country for a very long time? So from 1910, the whole of Korea was under the dictatorship of Japan. Then not too far from Liberation Day, 1945, which was the end of World War II, we had the Korean War in 1950. The Northern Korea under the Soviet occupation and the Southern Korea under the American occupation. We only had the division since after the Korean War in 1953, so before that people could travel up or down. So where does that leave my grandpa? Well, he came to the South to study as well as his siblings before the Korean War, then fought on the South side against the Democratic North when the war broke out. This recipe is very special to me as it's passed down from my grandpa to my grandma, which is his wife, then my dad and me, and finally to you guys, so come back to see part 2. How to make North Korean styled kimchi part 2. So in my last video, I gave a quick historical summary of Korea and started to explain about my grandfather who was actually born in the north side of Korea before the split in 1953. Most people in the comments were so lovely, but there were like a couple people who wrongly thought I was making some kind of a political statement, but this video is a tribute to my grandfather and a chance for me to share a family recipe that many people have not seen or tasted before. Anyways, my grandfather moved to the south to study and fought for the south side against the north in the Korean War year 1950. Most of his family were not able to come down to the south like him, and this is actually not a totally uncommon case because our grandparents' generation in Korea were heavily impacted by the war. Many families were split up, and some found each other through Korean TV shows like the Finding Dispersed Families in the 1980s, but most never found each other again, and that was the case for my grandfather too. I've been told that after the war, my grandpa was a boxer at one point, and he also was an acting coach. Then his late years, he was a poet, but I'll always remember him as my grandpa who loved ice cream like me.